Hello everyone, this is Melissa Poet, your dominant rough in the city, still looking pretty, coming to you guys today with yet another coronavirus quarantine video. This video is going to be poetry, and this poetry is meant to inspire and encourage people going through situations. Just because the coronavirus is here doesn't mean people's situation stops. Some people are in dire straits, some people are in comfortable places, but some people still need to hear things that can uplift them and let them know that just because they're in a situation doesn't mean that it's hopeless and that they can't move forward. You can move forward in any situation. Situations take growth, and sometimes growth takes time. So without further ado, let's start with my poetry. I have lost some of the people closest to me for a person who wasn't willing to give up anything for me. My public apology, I will never allow it again. But if I kept you away, it was because I didn't want you to be a target, and that was worth it. At the end of the day, like I told you, my poetry is revised. So you'll see different variations of that poem. But that's my public apology to people who have cared for me in a situation where I was in, that I allowed an individual to push me away from people because I felt like, because that person was lashing on me about those people, I didn't want those people to have to deal with that. So I took the backlash as well. I didn't want that person like disrespecting people, going to people, and making problems for people. So I chose to protect the ones that I love in this situation that I was in. And sometimes we forget that in doing those things, the people that are harming us the most are not protecting us. So I even found myself in that situation, protecting the individual, not only just my loved ones, but not even allowing the world to see that person for what they are. But I realized that's not my job. My only job was to allow myself to move on in that situation and let the world see what they see on their own, because only God can judge us. And at the end of the day, I know for a fact that there might have been things that were said behind my back to hurt me. But I feel like if people really know me, then they knew that was a lie. And I feel like it's just sad that people resort to that behavior. I'm just always glad that whether it be in relationships, whether it be family, friends, when I sever ties with someone, I just sever ties with them. For me, it's not a reason to tarnish their name, go behind their back and talk to them and try to have them lose people around them. Isolation is one of the major signs you're in an abusive situation. If you're isolated away from the ones you love, then it's because they don't want you to be around people where you can feel genuine love, because then you will know that what you have with them is not. I've been in relationships with abusive people, narcissists. I've been through so much pain in my life, but I'm grateful to God that there was always a up to a down. You know, if I went through a bad relationship, then I was blessed with a good relationship. And one might ask, what happened to the good relationships? It's sad because when you go through so many bad relationships, you're afraid to trust someone. And the person that you're most afraid to trust will be the one that will be good to you. And that person will love you. But you can't tell because you're too busy protecting yourself and being guarded. All I can say is give life a chance, but be careful who you give chances to. Be careful who you choose. Don't choose anyone over you. If someone loves you, they'll never make you choose them over yourself, because self-preservation is first. For you to love someone and care for someone, you have to know how to care for yourself first. So just continue to be strong in your situations. Continue to come through because you will and you can come through. This has been Manisa the Poet, your Diamond in the Rough. This message hits home, and I hope it resonates in the hearts of everyone, and especially if any of the people that I love get to see this, that I had to push away. Just know that I did it to protect you guys from the severity of the situation I was in. And at that time, it seemed like the right thing to do. But I guess if I had just told you guys what I was going through, then you would have understood and knew why I had to push you away so abruptly. But I love you all. I love you all for listening. And please continue to listen to my videos and my poems because they're from the heart. And as well, I just want to say, you're not alone. You know, I mean, at some point, I was in an abusive relationship, and this is the last thing I'll share on this matter. And the song Love is Blind came out by Eve, and it changed my life because I knew that my life was in danger in that situation, but I didn't leave because I had, let's see, a family setting that I didn't want to lose, and I didn't want that dynamic to be lost for not only myself but as a whole. And I say that to protect the identity of people in the situation. It's just, and they know who they are, and they know that I did the best that I could in that situation to shield everybody involved. I didn't tell family, I didn't tell friends. To everybody in the world, we were happy. And it wasn't until the physical abuse started that I honestly felt like that person hated me. And when you love someone so much and you've spent so much time with that person, you can't imagine that they would hate you. They would physically harm you in a way that others would see you bad off. I'm talking about punching you in the face, knocking your tooth out, hitting you like you're an equivalent to them when you're less than in physical ability, putting you in a position where you actually feel afraid for your life, not knowing if you're gonna wake up the next day. Please don't ever stay in a situation like that. No one deserves that. And if you're feeling like you're dumb for staying, some of the strongest women fall victim to those situations because we have good hearts. And I will never regret the things that I went through because someone else didn't know how to treat me. That doesn't reflect on me, it reflects on them. Because if they had something precious and didn't know how to treasure it, why should I feel bad that they lost it? This has been Manisa the Poet, your Diamond in the Rough. Thanking all the firefighters, all the police, all the food service workers, hospital workers, custodial maintenance, truck drivers, essentials, for all your help during this coronavirus outbreak. Thanking God first and foremost for giving me the strength to give this message to some young lady I'll be helping. And having a daughter, I always want her to know that I had the courage to walk away. Thank you.